not you have an interest in interior decorating, your home and the environment in which you spend a large portion of your time has the potential to impact your well-being. This can include influencing your mood, stress levels, motivation, comfort. Even your overall mental health can be affected by something seemingly as little as the way in which your home has been designed and decorated. I think all of us have encountered spaces and environments where we have felt more at ease or comfortable and therefore are able to flourish and thrive compared to other spaces where the environment may be more cluttered and less inviting and can ultimately leave us feeling more depressed and unmotivated. Now, some people may be under the impression that an aesthetically pleasing home is not realistic when you have a certain financial budget that you have to adhere to. Some people might be taught that spending that little money toward decorations and fixing up the setting of your home is an unnecessary expense that should be better spent or saved elsewhere. However, it is entirely possible for you to have a small budget, have a small space, or whatever sized home you might have, and still put in that little amount of TLC to get the environment of your home to a level that will allow for you to not just be staying in a space, but truly be living within and enjoying your space. I recently had the pleasure of being able to revamp a kitchen space of a newly moved into rental home, and I did it all with a very minimal budget of under $200. Keep in mind, I did not purchase all these items at once. This transformation occurred over a series of a couple weeks and a couple different paychecks. I'm going to go ahead and show you all my clip of the before version of this kitchen right now, and then I am going to go into the basic design tips that anyone can use to create a healthy energy kitchen environment that is inviting and warm with plenty of open space for preparing food and gathering for meals. So this is the look of the kitchen as it was when I walked in that day to begin the transformation process. Because this is a rental, I was not permitted to do any sort of long-term permanent changes, but fortunately this kitchen was fairly cute as it was. I definitely like the colors with the light cabinets. The biggest concern for me was changing the countertops from looking like a public school cafeteria into looking like a beautiful and aesthetic home. So this goes into tip number 1. Consider the color scheme and utilize removable adhesive. For any aesthetic area, there is a color scheme. And when you have a rental, you aren't allowed to paint or make too many drastic changes. But what you can always do is utilize removable adhesive. I managed to find the most affordable peel and stick removable countertop adhesive at Walmart for only around $6 to $7. I have seen these kinds of papers selling online for around $50 to $60, so the fact that you can get removable adhesive for such an affordable price is a game changer, y'all. From Walmart, I also bought 13 pieces of floral decor for as little as 75 cents and 3 artificial ivy garland vines for closer to $12, so those were a little more expensive altogether. But florals and greenery are a go-to decorative aesthetic of mine because tip number 2, adding florals and plants, whether they be real or artificial, can bring the best energy into a space. Greenery and other natural elements make us humans feel calmer, more productive, and relaxed, and simply happier overall. I know that I personally love spending time in nature and taking walks in parks, so incorporating some greenery and plants into your kitchen is going to bring the peacefulness of the outdoors indoors, right into your living space. On that note, a common theme for kitchens is actually an outdoor theme, and I did utilize a hint of this in the kitchen because I incorporated some of my tip number 3, adding fairy globe string lights onto the ceiling. These are the lights that you commonly find in outdoor seating areas at restaurants, and they can create an adorable, cozy effect within your home kitchen. I used artist tape from Hobby Lobby that was only $1.49 to attach the lights to the ceiling so they would be easy to remove when it comes time for the leaving of this rental. But in the meantime, the lights have now created a warm, glowy, relaxing ambiance. Moving on to tip number 4, adding art and artifacts. When I was brainstorming what to do for the redecorating of this kitchen, I noticed how much space there was on top of the cabinet shelving in this specific area. Excess open spaces are a perfect location to incorporate art and other decor pieces. The tops of kitchen shelving, such as in this location, make a perfect display area for art and artifacts. I found this awesome cafe themed poster at the thrift store for $13.99, which you can also find new pieces of art for similar prices in stores, but I lucked out with this perfect find. I also bought these decorative pieces to go on the ends of the shelf, which really brings the whole display together and gives it a super put together and charming look. This is definitely one of my favorite parts of what I put together in the kitchen. As for my final tip, that would be tip number 5, make your own kitchen curtains. I looked through the options of affordable curtains available, and honestly, none of them were matching with my aesthetic vision for the room, so I simply pre-measured the length and width of the windows and added an extra couple feet, bought 2.5 yards of the exact fabric that I knew would match the style that I was going for. This might seem a little more trouble than it's worth if you don't consider yourself a sewer, but in reality, sewing your own DIY curtains is one of the easiest sewing jobs, and you do not have to be an expert in order to do it. Trust me, I am definitely not one, but honestly, after making my own curtains, I am very confident in my curtain making skills specifically. I will link the video I used to create my curtains in the description box down below if any of you would be interested in doing the same. Those were 5 quick tips on how to transform any kitchen into a more aesthetic and positive energy space. I will be sharing more videos on how to transform your life into one in which you are thriving by realistic means. So click that subscribe button and follow me on Instagram if you have one. All of those links will be in the description box down below. Last, I want to say a huge thank you to you for watching this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if it has inspired you or has provided some new information for you to help you on your journey towards living your dream life. Alright, that's all for now, but hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye!